So it's raining outside, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. But anyways, hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to r/VaxxHappened. Now, remember, this subreddit can be a little bit more political, so if you're not into that, you're allowed to leave right now. Nobody's going to judge you. And before this video begins, if you guys want to leave a like, if you enjoy the content, that would really help out. Like, literally, leaving a like is the easiest way to help a YouTuber out. It does so much you don't even know. But yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that. But anyways, let's just get into today's video. Millionaire star quarterback lies about being vaccinated, gets COVID, and now complains he's a victim of the woke mob. No sir, you're just an asshat. See, personally, I don't quite understand what the point of lying about it is. Like, isn't there like a record of this? If you lie about this publicly, people could find out. I don't know, it just makes your character look bad for no real reason. Just admit that you are anti-vax, okay? And then people can avoid you. The poisons are radiating via computer screens. Horrible. At times, I get passively jabbed by interacting online with jabbed/passively jabbed persons, and then I have to quickly detox. Even the designers of the kill jab don't know the jab poisons vibes radiating via computer screens. Tell me you're insane without telling me you're insane, but you did just tell me that you are insane. You know what this reminds me of? Remember that prank that YouTube did for April Fool's one year? Where they're like, you know, we can make sounds so you can smell through your screen, you know, get really close to your screen and smell it and you'll be able to smell things. It reminds me of that. Like, there's no way that this isn't satire, right? And just so we're clear, you cannot be vaccinated through a computer screen. That's just, it doesn't happen like that. I think the only thing that your monitor is going to emit to you is blue lights at very low levels, and you would get more from just standing outside in the sun. So to be honest, I don't think there's any concern about somehow getting vaccinated through a computer screen. But hey, clearly I'm no expert. There could be something that I'm missing here. Something that I'm missing. It's possible. It's possible. This came out of my niece's arm. Mamas, do not let your babies be tagged like animals and tracked by the government pedophiles. 5G is the Antichrist. Don't do it. Pizzagate is real, and this is how they'll get your kids. That's why you can't go inside the immigrant camps at the border. There are no immigrants. It's just Wayfair's backstock. Okay, alright. I don't know what that is. To be honest, it looks like some type of audio jack thing. I'm not entirely sure. But I can tell you a few things. For one, Pizzagate wasn't real. 5G is not the Antichrist. It's just technology. It's completely neutral. The immigrant camps, I would imagine that they're pretty full. And to be honest, I don't see why any person would be allowed in these places anyways, apart from like maybe like family of people being held or something like that. And obviously the guards and stuff like that. But it doesn't really make any sense for just a random civilian to be able to walk into one, right? I don't know, this person is clearly just down the rabbit hole, too deep to be saved, and it's quite tragic that this person has children. Hi, this may seem like a strange question, but I wonder if anyone could shine any light on this for me. A family member has been around people who have recently had the COVID vaccine. She hasn't had the vaccine herself. I have researched a lot about vaccines and how this particular vaccine sheds the spike proteins. Would you suggest that I stay away from this particular family member? And if so, for how long? Thanks in advance. Look, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to repeat this on this channel, but the COVID-19 vaccination does not have a live version of the virus in you, right? You don't have COVID-19 if you have the COVID-19 vaccine, right? So that means it does not shed. Shedding is something that does not occur for an mRNA vaccine. This is really simple stuff. It just doesn't occur. Straight up, like, there is no way that it could occur. There have been 0 cases of it shedding and spreading to other people because it just doesn't happen with the COVID-19 vaccination. It's impossible. It's amazing to me that we're this far into the vaccination cycle and this same thing just keeps coming up. It's crazy to me. Why hasn't this been like addressed for these people? Why do they still not know that it's not a thing? Why do they still believe their research, which they did on Facebook? COVID-19 vaccinations and mandates are killing us in the land of the free. All rights have been taken away. Look, the irony of you saying that on the back of a car, the irony is just, it's not lost on me, okay? When we live in societies, we accept that we have to give up certain rights. It's just part of it. It's how we ensure safety, such as your car needs to be registered and insured. You, on a personal level, need to have a license, and you also need to not commit certain offenses too many times and get that license taken away from you. Sure, you may have personal freedoms on the day-to-day, but a lot of that is actually restricted. Societies are not very free places. It's an illusion of freedom, okay? I'm sorry to tell you. That illusion of freedom should have been broken a long time ago if you're this worried about having to mandatorily take a vaccine, which, you know, you've already done in your life before. Why is this one so different? I don't quite understand. Sorry for going all edgelord there for a second. Breaking. After threats that 10,000 NYPD officers would quit the force over the NYC vaccine mandate, the actual number going on unpaid leave today was 34. I really hope all those people did actually come to their senses and I just dropped something. Don't worry about it. But I think they just realized that it makes more sense to just take the vaccine and not risk losing your job over something that is essentially stupid. Anti-vaxxers are all talk, no action. So yeah, my husband got the cupcake, which is, I'm assuming, their way of saying vaccine without getting suppressed by Facebook. We froze his sperm beforehand so that I could try for baby number 2 one day, but his job gave such little notice about the mandate that we didn't have time to collect as much sperm as we really needed. I'm doing my best to keep myself and our 15-month-old away from him without me actually leaving home. I thought about leaving for a few months, but it would be too disruptive. I'm actively trying to detox my husband and also avoiding intimacy for now. We've been married for 10 years and I'm a housewife. We have a young child. I considered ending our marriage, but it didn't make sense for me to do that. At least your boyfriend is willing to fight the mandate with an exemption. I'm assuming that's what this reply is in reference to. My husband was not. It's a tough choice to make, but if you're going to stay, then start making preparations now. Dude, if I was a husband, I would have left this bitch, not gonna lie. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. People being scared of the vaccine somehow shedding and then spreading to them, despite the fact that that makes no logical sense whatsoever. And there is no, and I mean no, research that suggests that it's even possible. You know, it's insane to me. If I was the father, I would definitely leave because you got to just think of it from just like a safety standpoint. Like, what if the child gets coronavirus because their mother didn't get vaccinated? Like, think about it like that. You're essentially giving this child a very deadly and dangerous and easily spreadable disease that could do real damage to a young child's lungs. Like, think about how much damage it does to a fully grown adult and how long-term effects it has on them. Now, imagine that on somebody who is developing. Like, that could really mess with them. We don't currently know what it's going to do to kids. Like, we're only going to find out in the future after all this is said and done. And that is something that should scare you and worry you, because it scares me. Like, are we going to be having a generation of people with bad lungs because of this? Like, imagine how bad that's going to be for the healthcare system. It's going to cost us millions and billions. We got to think about this from just first off a humanitarian level and then also an economical level. It's going to do a lot of damage. We're better off limiting that damage. Common sense. And yes, I know we're talking about a very small percentage of babies and children who will get this long COVID and this permanent damage from coronavirus. But still, why would we want to have that be a thing at all? Why wouldn't we just stop it, right? To me, it's like if you could stop cancer, you would stop cancer. If you could stop COVID, you would stop COVID, but it doesn't seem to be that for them. Australia, Nazi? What's up with the vaccines? Moderna, modify eRNA, Adolf Hitler's DNA? Strangely, when you Google Adolf Hitler, the vaccines show up. Hashtag FJB, hashtag let's go Brandon, let's go Brandon. Okay, so I Googled Adolf Hitler. So glad this is in my search history. Nothing's here. Well, not nothing. It's just talking about Hitler. There's nothing about vaccines. So no idea what this guy's on, but yeah. But the same people choose to be racist against people not taking the vaccine. You're either a racist or not a racist. End of. Okay. Well, if this makes me a racist to not like people who aren't vaccinated for selfish reasons, then I guess you could say I'm the fucking leader of the Ku Klux Klan. God, that's gotta be taken out of context. Oh God. I don't know. You don't choose to be black, you don't choose to be Asian, you don't choose to be white, you don't choose to be Hispanic, you don't choose to be Middle Eastern, you don't choose your race. But you know what you do choose? To be stupid. Dear Christians, the vaccines contain a bioluminescent marker called Lupus arrays so that you can be tracked. Read the book of the New Testament to see how this ends. Religious fanatics? Oh man. I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. You guys can do that in the comments down below. And on that note, we're actually going to end the video here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.